vision so mejidi se mumudu do na matwenya nyankopon adom ejeba enya abedru resa se ne 10th July nyankopon atiwiem amaya yetumide eye dwumedie we ebremo mo ana mudimoni edi dwumedie we achi no mejidi se moafe papa isane se beye bosumi enum ekonsi achi no monte yenka na penifo se oba eko adware na se ocha na osiesie no so ana aye kama ede ama ye nyina especially ye mmema no erunti ye bema mo akwa babium na yasan adamu asese munya abotre atwen ye na enede nso yatumi ahia ewo sa show we so nti ye bebo nka ye se wo so bebo obi nka ye se eye the seed show ye de esi anase de gu akwan mu a enisa musumfu ohene amuako adodo na FM the flag bearer ene numre me di jumedi ehun chiame penifo bebre na ascend messages na embre no eni ho ntino messages ne de be share nyame adma next week ebrepe mu na ebeba mo kwan na mo so motumi afre akire madwene se ebre ewo ho a enoti the seed show na woni egusu ene enumre me guess agi edwa na nsem no bebre nsem poro nsem big na ene numre ye behwe ye ko abatu mu yide enyema bi wo hono mo esese wo ye Ghana ni bia ese wo de woni edi echi na wo bisa nsem there are two issues and as there are two areas de bia ye be kwakoto oba no Ghana for sa nyema no eda yakoma so pa ene education ene energy se nkane yi etwagui nye energy a anka mentumi enu eni enkomo ene enumre enuti eye education ene energy hunsem yi ehun hia ye papa se eye Ghana fo na nenti a mechu su samienu we no menim se other areas so hu hia but nenti a me kan eye anase me focus so samienu we eye dwumadie kese bi a ekoso ewo ye man Ghana mu na wotwe mu de di kan eye ye mampani dada John Dramani Mahama a oye insentrofo hie mu one insentrofo enya nkitahudie na ne toso mienu eye Ghana mampani abedieche His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia ono so a oye frankatufo edema the New Patriotic Party no nyame adom endra ode eye ne running mate eye ni obebo na chidom ewo campaign no mu no de kotudwa ni aboni be ka say outdooring of the running mate for the vice president sa insem mienu we no mami hyase emfiri eye yema mpanin dada John Dramani Mahama osan ba biom no ne insentrofo hie mu a oyeye no bede mende akire mum de but say ewo social media nti ansa na mbe share show na se no ena me call ya me kotie nsem no nyina me say okeka bomu a almost 3 hours don huri miensa ena ode edi say adwuma die no na me bona baso pa say otumi eyesa anyema no na ade baako a course say ankoso wo sa encounter no mu no a ma me reho me di ho awreho pa ene se ni amehwe so far ni nyina no ye mampani dada me gidi se eye energy issues no ehun hia no energy issues ehun hia no esane se well over 3 hours se me calculation no eye right well over 3 hours papa yi anka we efa eye energy issues no nyenti a asem we esese eye memene wo asenhia ne se eye na breso na ye da asu mu almost 4 years and I say 4 years ni actually sanyema we enti na esese the fact say papa yentumi anka energy issues won sem ba kokora no ehun hia memene wo esa ne se ne governance and I say na breso no it was defined na memo no was defined by sa eye dumso ya man nyuma bebregu ye nkofo ehre omu nyuma ene nkofo bebrekura ewu ye wo ya hospital esa ne se na yeni nkania entinaka after say what na opposition for nearly 8 years no Ghana for be hwe say nka waye ehihye pa sabi wo ye saa encounter no anka wo de beto yanim anasa wo beka ho asem bibi kura ma yanya saa nkenya no anasa atenka ne se o papa yi sabi dum so na edokore yen saa na breso no ma Ghana sabi na ye ho hyehye yen no wanya aniswadi hu foforo anasa wanya new ideas bi o de beba be solve very say yeni dum so mu de but enyema obeye o de begu akwan mu so nyame ya adom na so obedi o mampani a obehwe se sa na brebi na breso na ye ko dum so mu no ye nkomu biom papa yi anka ho asem se oka ho asem a wo hwe ye numre yi a obetumi asende message no akire ba bi a oka ho asem bia na me nipa na I escape me but nia memitie so far me nyabote tie pa no ta me ye no mante asem ba kokora obi beka se well bia eye ohia nsentrefo no obia so ambisa question but ensem bi wo hono mu a ye mampani dada ende okan ye obi ambisa na ho asem den so okan ye say free SHS o se ono de buy enti there's no basis say obi beka se obi ambisa because enyema bebre wo hono mu a okan ye enso ye ambisa no e kire se sa asem no another sa asem no na eyade a eye no asenhia enti media me ro aho pa se papa yi antumi anka asemba kokora amfa eye ye energy issues no. Does that mean say or you very comfortable with the way akufo-addo nanado eni na ban ayede a handle eye nkania semna na it could be say there are no problems with our energy sector intino ehun hia so obeka wansem but ehun hia so obeka wansem isane say yesi ni owaka ne da no osoro sunsoro wa mama dankan sumu dum so mu beye 4+ years it is a wo se wo ba abedi o mampanin bi mu a ese metumi etresie na me bisa me ho question say aso why crowd say enya ade a wo besan de mi akọ ba bia ode yen ekọ kane na enunti eno any me serious issue. Now the other point is also that sabi owo yo mampani a o pese o san ebabium o mampani dada a o pese o babium after 4 years no Ghana for rejected outrightly intika wo babium no obi be fi say ana say me me fi say esese ka ye wase hia say anka encounter na wo ye no wo be dwell more on enyema a waye a enepo say wo say asey a asey ehun hia pa de bia me kan say nia me madwen a me kire no obetumi eneme friends say I disagree enye atinidie me betena unim say ha ye ni atem no kra trodo nti say o disagree a also obetumi asende o messages no e de abaleta em say ye de numbers no beto screen so na metumi akenkan kakra e de amount menimu a na edi say adwumadie we ndi ye nko yenim wo hwe enche bia America for United States of America on beto o maba ansana Ghana so atoyaba em so omoto no omode no jama November mu say yes ansana yen yato ye de na political parties mienu a almost omudi nyini wo US no the Republicans ene Democrats it's minimum ka say Democrats no ena omu ebu oman led by the US President Joe Biden ena akoba say America man penin dada Donald Trump or no so essay or represent the Republicans no na omo de akofeso or afi abatum ebeko so United States of America na udi we di America campaign no achia both Joe Biden and Donald Trump na say se mbeka ya debate bi koso ema Democrats no bebre omudwa esa ne so omo face omo candidate Joe Biden American president no wa money homodin ema papa de betu dwa se no kura se wa money homodin na emum no watu kwan ama wabre enti nanka saa enhihye mu anase dwumadie no kura no nanka ensese ko opre se obeko nanso America ho donti no wabre ni nyina achi no opre se obeko akoye ene se ekofa saa weni ba enti amanfo emfanche no na utie u follow Donald Trump ne campaign etia me so mo manage no mo manage ni ye pa Donald Trump some years back Ocean ne kasa, the way of kasa, ne posturing, and the way or reacted to issues are totally different from the Donald Trump we knew many some years back. Na adebakwa ya san atras ya hwe ayehwemu ahwe ne say baby obegine bia no wo de na breso enyema oyeye no e de toto Joe Biden de ho. And I think say wo kwako koto aba e de ama nipa mienu na sa nipa mienu no wo mu nyina atumi anya kwan abedi omampeninda. There it is important to say ya be den ya di mu nyina nyema mo ye ne beto eye ensenie so ne ya hwe ne obo modern. Se umbeka ya mampeninda da John Dramani Mahama o si se obika se ye compare records ana se obika se wa yesei esi obi a brofo kasa no o se recipe for mediocrity. Recipe for mediocrity. O se o compare records, yen compare records na chese na nado abreso no enkola dodo na ko school esi ono na abreso no. Se wo yes a comparison now, it is a recipe for mediocrity. Na sa asem no kan ya che me hwe video no abo e de akyerem. Me de me ngin di say a recipe for mediocrity. What it is that say ye ba to aba ansa na meto ma ba no ese se nipa mienu no omu gina no me hwe omu ene omu record. Enu di na me ka say two issues energy maka ho asem sisi ya no. The other issue no education. Education trese John Dramani Mahama okoyi ne running mate no oyi Professor Jenana Opoku Agyapong. Mami o hwe ne recorder ade a waya ne so ye teacher ni like wa ye teacher for so many years and o sambe ye education minister John Dramani Mahama abreso me gidi say momudodo na mo be kai wo bra obetwa teacher training allowance no obetwa mu no sa bre na mami ye education minister ena oba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so running mate awakoyi endre ye ode ne ko kire asanteman ode ne ko kire otumfo osetutu ono ankasa ne nana ene the running mate na Dr. Bawumia akoyi no ono so minimo ka say answer na obeye running mate no no ye energy minister ti ye be hwe ne records as energy minister but say no ye share education because na oye minister for education enti the running mate no nyina omo was something in common na be boa memene wo na ya ye analysis ne ye hu omo mienu ne obo ne ho modern ewo asye ya omo mampanin that time e de ma wom na ya ama ye hu say omo be ye vice president ade on betumi ayama oman Ghana ama emfasode aba wo ene me yabrabo emu enti education no so enwu hia pa be ma sa this year election yi de aye very very interesting obi a onpe comparison no me gidi say nani enje show we bebe because comparison de ye be ye na say John Dramani Mahama de no ebro MPP de ne so a na say nanado de nanado ne Bawumia de ne so a ne ya bon nsem ama no say ye compare na say nanado ne Bawumia de no ebro ana say chen ni John Mahama be ye na no mo so ya bon nsem amom na yeja ni aka no e de amam de bia me ka say politics is a serious business enye adewa yemfa yentoto na se enunti na say ye koto aba ese se wo make sure say answer na obekwa koto aba no enye se wudi akire yo MPP ni ye ko na wo so kobi ana say yo and this ye t-shirt na wo so shebi edien ena I inform you ama wo kwa koto aba no. That's the question you should ask yourself. The seat show ena monigu ene enumre musomfu ohene amakwadodo na from the flag bearer ene enumre me guest Agyapong na ye pese ye twetwe nkomo kakra edefa ye sika semu toto ye ho na once again no me pese me kai wo se senia me kai no ye ko abatuo mu no esese ye hwe records like I've said earlier on na ye share records are the other concern issue no the economy or the finances inti ye share energy education and the economy. The 3 E's. Yama Ghana Nibia. And then your focus your guest ebe boy ema de intiase na nchechemu abranya no the economy. A huge topic, big topic ayentumi mfa 2 hours per endomu esuko. But me gidi say America kra your guest wakodare sika semu tutuye mu no oni ebedi wa ha na obetumi de nchechemu kama abranya na ama mene wo ya well informed before we go and cast our ballot on 7th December until yebeshe nenso. Yo answer na meba me guest so no me pese me yi infoni bi de kyerem na before say infoni ne beba no ma me enkamfo Franco Trading Enterprise and ma senia ye bo Franco Trading Enterprise it senia wo bo me wife din ewo me mpotem obia enim no Franco Trading Enterprise, your leading mobile phone accessories and electronic retail outlets. Open mobile phone, any gadget, be say fan, or say TV, or say fridge, open or fear, and I say office, and I be OTBA, Memfa, or ni enche baby, a sing Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco Trading Enterprise. Ubenya nyama biti say Nokia, Samsung. Me Samsung no asay enti Kofi Ofosun ganza mate se wo hwe ene enumre me food no asay ti hwe na yes ubeko Franco Trading Enterprise no akope baako e de amamia iPhones so ade a obenya bi wo smart TV a sebe ezi a otumi bo wonsem de channel na aso na se bi wo no ma wo bo na edum no ade a from 32 inches echo 75 inches na just akese pa wo a ope kuma so dia tare ba bi no 32 inches ade a wo be sign wo so obenya bi tabletop fridge Franco air condition sa omo air condition no branded air conditioner Franco Trading Enterprise pe na obenya no ntine fe no Franco air conditioner no so 1.5 horsepower 2.0 horsepower and 2.5 ni nyina ade a unsa ebeka bi na chest freezer akese no so no any other refrigerators no so obenya bi washing machine ade a Franco Trading Enterprise ade a unsa beka ni a friend no CCTV camera oba Kencity Multimedia and as a media house ade a CCTV cameras no bebre o pese ye monitor o video bebi a wo bia ene every bia ebe monitor e de ama na kire wo se sebi wo America and as wo bebi a wo bia no betumi ehu nia ekoso wo office and as wo fie bebi a wo de omo CCTV camera no abon wo betumi ehu wo phone so ebe ma signal umpe we na wo pedien any other mobile phone brands ni accessories wo omo shops bebrebe ni nyina wo Ghana afana nyina na o matete enyema no so that's the good news nti a manya abotra mekeka nsem wo de kyerem no o matete so nti okọ omo digital platforms no so ya unsa ebeka na share no so se menko Google anase internet so enkofa Franco Trading Enterprise omo omo number bia se wo frɛ wanhwe ya obi de 6 adane wo 9 obi de 6 adane wo 9 baabi a obetumi arichi ene na me bo ache wi patcho for pen ni paper 0246 422 338 0246 anase 055 593 9311 055 5939311 anasa obetumi akọ Franco obe download the Franco Trading app no ukọ eya phone so abia ya download app no omo so mo opa omo babia omo ya digitally inclined anasa Google Play Store na otumi akọ omo website no ewo www.francotrading.com francotrading.com Franco Trading Enterprise still phone papa efie nti mo be share nso e de amami efriwa me bom nka ye wo iwo unisex boutique in fact ope Ghana ha ba bia boutique e sha ase pa kanea ye awo unisex boutique we welcome you to our unisex boutique baby a comfort any style omo hallmark say o pese o look your best na o do baby a obia be show say abranti ana say ne amaje me jacket fefefe ne me nan shirt o pese obi ehu say o damu fu a o damu sonko a wo all locations a Awos unisex boutique omo wo enyema bi te say original leather bags any shoes belt me bobi memma ne ma enyina adie ewo mu ntinu tumrika nako Awos unisex boutique sane say omo ma 20 to 30% discount mpacho TME omo ma 20 to 30% discount ewo enyema bebre a obeto efa shoe bag ne sandals slippers polo shirt khaki pants trousers no for a limited period of time nti tumrika kana boto na ko Awos unisex boutique na ko nya sa special discount offer clearance sales omo clearance sales eno so no obetumi anya product a yate so 50% ewo mpabo bia obekwa akoto eno ti media so mekwa akogibi na Awos creation where you can find authentic African creation for men, women and nkwala nyina eka ho bi obetumi a visit ewo Jowulu opposite the First Atlantic Bank bia on sabe ka no Jowulu opposite the First Atlantic Bank Airport Terminal 3 departure C opposite Sandra Lounge uko mwawako airport da no se onko hoda uko opposite Sandra Lounge Awos unisex boutique ewo East Legon ewo Shiashi Boundary Road ewo the same building as Two Guys Supermarket opposite IPMC edan no now face Tesano behind the police depot ewo de bia mefa ho obetumi afrewom ewo 0244 649 379 0244 649 379 na Awos boutique comfort and style na chese okwa style bia bi obenye bi ewo Awos unisex boutique na senia me ka kire mu no yenko na yenko hwe mfoni na me bom nkaye efa asem bi hu se yewo other global networks to say CNN, BBC ni sa we no Net2 ni akeka ho na one such very popular and important media network WION meaning say omo bonu say wion say den na omo ye story bi em say 2018 mejidi say mo be kai say efi 2017 2018 na ewiase afana nyina ebo Ghana aban abaso ewo ntutuya wo mo aye towards economic recovery na Ghana economy no sani na omo kanu etumrika pruku na maame na oye story no oye India ni mbapa na no ene brofo ede papa ma twe kakra ede agu tape so de ebremu ti Ghana projected to be world's fastest growing economy in the world ye projected Ghana say ewiase economy a etumrika pa no ebe Ghana na ye hwe sa video no embra ye ba mebisa me guest asem afasa video we ho.
Ghana is poised to become the world's fastest growing economy with the projection to register a growth between 8.3 and 8.9% this year. While for India, the World Bank report has predicted a 7.3% growth in 2018-19 and about 7.5% growth in 2019-20. Ghana surpasses India's growth on various levels. Analysts attribute the African nation's growth prospects to the country's oil production. Another factor fueling the economy there is its cocoa production. Now, with Ghana registering a stellar growth, it is also becoming a potential destination for investors from the world over. Ghana's president had recently said that agriculture is the backbone of the country. Ghana is poised to become the world's fastest growing economy with the projection to register a growth between 8.3 and 8.9% this year. While for India, the World Bank report has predicted a 7.3% growth in 2018-19 and about 7.5% growth in 2019-20. Ghana surpasses India's growth on various levels. Analysts attribute the African nation's growth prospects to the country's oil production. Another factor fueling the economy there is its cocoa production. Now, with Ghana registering a stellar growth, it is also becoming a potential destination for investors from the world over. Ghana's president had recently said that agriculture is the backbone of the country.
Yo, adesima sa video where me kan ho asem na meyi akyeremu Ghana projected to be the fastest growing economy in the world. 2018-2019. Na chese asempa sa bre no na asempa. Say ye say economy a enyini etumrika fast wo wiase afa na nyina no na ebe Ghana na ye be bro anase ye be pa India ene China mpo eho. Na sa asem ye me yi sa video we di akire moda na me yi sa video we because maybe some me guess questions afa sa insem no papa bi na embri bi onna na okuta anasa ohwe Nigeria fo nyina sika so. Nigeria is a big economy. Inti se fa obi governor na jese nipa no odene ho pa ye fe no Professor Charles Chukuma Soludo mo amotahwe me show de munim se papa video de me mfen ni agro because me mamu evidence anasa me kan se me mamu evidence and it should be credible enough for you to relate to near ye kanu. Na papa yi ebribi atwam na the NDC, the National Democratic Congress ekofa ne ba ese na ye ba beto abasa nanka sebe nka ombegu economy no ho fi kakra na NDC for and score political point. But you see obi oye professional no oye professional oba ye no ensem o ka ye no anya NDC for this and say papa ne be painti picture no se ne etie edema ewiase afa na nyina na odinsem bi tudwa sa nsem no mepese ye be refresh your memory ansa na maba me get so enti mo me gotie Professor Charles Chukuma Soludo nemra
is that if it's not broken, why fix it? The last Prime Minister of Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew, was asked to describe the miracle of Singapore. His response was that there was no miracle. Quote, said, get the fundamentals right, a few fundamentals right, and keep doing them right for extended period of time, then you will see the miracle. Let me say this, I don't know what you guys think, but I'm saying this, maybe him coming from the outer space, and some of us flying in from Nigeria probably have something to say, and that is that Ghana is doing relatively well comparatively. On the size of GDP, Ghana is now the 10th largest in Africa as at 2018. It's a member of what I call the B10 countries, the biggest 10 economies in Africa. It's number 10 exactly, as at last year, with GDP growth averaging over 6% recently. Nigeria is stuck at 2%, just for context. Unemployment less than 3%. Nigeria is at 23%. Why youth unemployment is about 13%? That's right, all the stuff I could pull. Nigeria's is 36%. And poverty index 8 to 10% depending on the measure of poverty, whether you use $1.5 or 1.9.
Soludo suna yensa akano na nsemo odi tu dwade esewani na ense okachre mamema me guest embremu me pese me bisa me guest se wo hwe picture papa yi painti ana se create any the first video na India mame no me bo ede kire mu no nsem ana o maka efa Ghana economy no ho ebebisa se ena me nemu ka se me nyini se sankrofo no se ye ka so mum embeka nsem emfa Ghana economy na sem o mka no the same thing no mbeka it's a difference ahead abem na doc ebe man yati ase difference ben eden na ameki the difference ene numre eye openia wakwadare eye sikasem tutuye mahwe nhwehwemu pa eye research or economic development economist, if I may put it that way, or say a research fellow at University of Ghana, a Dr. George Domfeh. Doc, mo aju mo akwaba.
Minia.
Mboko die.
Minia, bibi aboko.
Ya da nyamiase. Anya kra yatim kwamu de na chese. Ya nisa ebeda nyame ase. Na doc, Mr. videos here me boy na me person me boy for a reason. It's an say ba be call abatom. And I say you abatom bre money away. Amanyofo no obi abeba be kan ne de. We anya de me na me wo anka me yesi ni sa enyem yi. Utie professor ansem no kan na. No see Ghana was doing relatively well comparatively. In some more okan no course wa ebreni tina me ma yetwa ni short. Utie India maame no de no so in fact video no professor de no de City TV na ma yen saka enti ye bedo ma se yetumi eyusu sa video no edidi ejuma wa ha na utie maame no so ne de na no so osi Ghana was projected then to be the fastest growing economy in the world. Na answer na no maame bisa osi ye ka se economy be the fastest growing na. Doc, I said you're saying.
Yo, minia be mama mina wasina menchia wahwefo ne watifo nyina na ansana me bi manu aka simbia na say we had the last time me be fie ha no na papa panyini kese a minia be ma ba ko pa na me bunu pa ye nyina ya de ba ko wotentim kamera kwa ache ono na me ba ne ha me ba ne program a boiling point. Now, me the last person that papa hosted me on the program. Oh. And sana, odomankoma a friend is said, "Eja, be my baby, my main na, baba be kono na konwa be wa dogana wa kwama Ghana." Tena mi pie he nyina kasa kra den kakra ma me. He say, "Ka mi pie se nko team." Yes. Dog. Yeah. I say yeah, quite na just you can jaguma from there 2015 all the way to now the boiling point then just say many of na me find the currency na ya hwere sa be me nya me hye nyina especially in the wife amen ne mma ene na dwuma mo panyini yira Agyapong nya me hye nyina edene me nua be ma economy ye ka say economy ma me nka say ekwaya amansan anase ankrankre anase edwumaku bi faso ye ne niema se esikasemu obenye sika se ankrankre bi kodwaso ebenye ya no aduane se me sorry me echichini matuka mako University of Ghana makochira de eno na ababe hweso na bosome eso a abama me bibi ama medidi eno ne yefre no economy is a media no enti dabia de tini say de woye de me de obia ye no ye kuchire ni nyina gu am enkrata so na ya hwese enyina na se de sit in economy ni problem bi awo kwaya se kwaya wo se ye se enye o CB exchange rate se ya na se enye inflation nyema mu ntoto no se bo ana se moa nyema ni nyina no nkamfu an ye kaboma ibijina ba ko peso e no growth of the economy. Okay. Ntiboni beka say the best macroeconomic indicator that is used to assess performance of an economy is economic growth rate.
Okay.
Economic growth rate and hu hia pa. Na mpepi ne na amansan dwa so no. Ye hwe economies no about 191 economies registered with an IMF. Ya na ubia no IMF edi nani di saa amama nyina achi. Ehwe se de omu si nyini. Se de omu si nyini. Na saa nyini no da bia ehuma country what the highest no. And ya na yebo abodi say you are the fastest growing economy. Enti economy bia no say ka say nyina say netie. Se bia me kuani. Ene makodo maburu menya bag baako. Mesia makodo masenya bag baako. Eche se nyini eno growth ye kan ye 0.
Okay.
Eche se de metia na mete. Nene mekodo menya bag baako echina makonya bag baako ne anto bag aka ho. Eche se 1.5 bags.
Wako wanim.
Makomanim eno no cheze me growth ne dey 50%. Yes, the minyan last year na masa de efa aka ho. Yes, me come nimpa. Na say minya 1 bag ana next year masa makunya mabom ho modern makunya another bag aka ho abaye 2 bags. You 2 bags a na say the minyan na masa madobo no sa na beka. O double sa go for abaye 100%.
Wonderful.
Na o may bia ntimi nyini 100% no.
Okay.
Ya na ebe so be Ghana your highest ever growth rate eye 2011 kama yesha say you 2 fango and inya oil
Professor
Mills 2011 and then your highest ever growth that year no Ghana was among the fastest growing economies in the world.
Okay.
Inti sana ya na yekano inti yana normally no India and China and no growth rate about 10% per and highly secondary because it became more than 10%. Today and Ghana I think it became the fastest growing economy in the world 2011. Now
but that was like you said, that was driven by
oil.
The oil no?
The John Agyapong ya Ghana for I can say Agyapong
okay.
And then Emma you do sa pension.
Okay.
Now as I remember India in India so you grew from some sanity. All of that about some affair. Ya moye hu modern kra no. The year 1975.
1975.
75.
The worst period.
Yeah, you grew no. Let us say ne enya kra enya negative kakraka pa. Let us say ne enya negative about 12%. Or let us say as our economy we never say what contract.
Okay.
We contracted. You're fine. Say as idea afi menya 1 bag. Next year, we could have bag. Negative growth of 50%.
50%.
Let's just say, the economy is contracting. Maybe as I always know, let's just say, and no, a cost of charge. You see, your economy is collapsed. It is as I use the word collapse for an economy. No, it is our economy. No, the negative growth. No, I too much.
Okay.
Until then, as we say, the akufo-addo has collapsed the Ghanaian economy. In the first place, we haven't gotten the negative. We hear a bit that. Until nipa de be into asia. Emma, sa kunsi omabiso. Na say negative growth no munya. We need to say appreciable length of time. And we can say the monya the friend collapse economy. No. To Ghana yenko hokra. Now your worst records ever between 1981 and 1983. Saturn no 1981 and 83, 81, 82, 83. Sa infame yensaya etwas nyina no na yenya negative growth. 1981, 82, 83. Sa infame yensaya yenya negative growth.
Okay.
Tina growth ni nyakura. Na over here on the 20th April yeah, 1983 and Ghana ye dey ko share at IMF and say yes na the do na for economy no agye free yensem atete apansam satem ne koma ba aduane ko pe bia wunya bi obi e tone dokona no si gaso no na amanfo akoto
ya tua kada
sometimes grant dokona timi sakra zan e dey si gaso because ensu anto e ko be fie menza ne ensu anto ye koko nyina se ye be ya se Ghana o satana me tie krase o wa be won se wo kakraka pa na opie because ewe mu nyina se wonya ba bi
ndo obafie
obe hu na otwen na opie ndi o fia na otwen opie na ekuno so na me tie kura bi a friend there Makofi Group na cheze na enya de
wa kiri de mu de yen kwan se
enya na mbuya na gya ne hihyi wie no na aduane nyina hyi wie na fe de wo bedi ewunya ukowura ma aduane nyina ase te satem world food program na omo so ya dey omo de yellow corn ene Tom Brown ne ade be supply na kom te satem obi afon ne ye nyini pakese e Ghana na awe so me say e kom de yama ye chere dai sa bon kala no obi ade yi na satem nam say na yura Rollins ni di eso ntino na ye fre bon collar bone ye to the Rollins chain
so that's the explanation for the Rollins chain
satem economy no na ye negative growth 81 82 83 say ni nyina negative growth na nyankopon chaade on 20th April 1983 and Ghana you subscribing to economic recovery program of IMF and World Bank ye di onko show munsa say na say wa ye di bi ko ye ni omomoaye na de nyame be ni say tama ye di omko show munsa omo sha say omo mai sika aboa ma ye ne ma to yie no 1984 ni nsuo sha se toye na aduane sha se say ba 1984 economy ni grow 8.6 and that became the highest economic growth na Ghana yenya since 1957 8.6 1984
okay
na efiri hono yenya sa growth ni bi da afi na yekofom ni abaso na yera Rollins edi eja hoko edi 2000 na all free abanya so no the economy na grow at 3.7%.
I just say eswat free 8.6 no about 3
okay kana brenti ntimi kekenya but eba be duru 3.7 satem na yewura John Agyapong for J abenya no free yewura Rollins
nti omampani dada kufo take over no na economic growth no 3.7 okay to so
3.7 na che say na nema nye papa na satem ye kaso amene broni say your debt to GDP ratio should not go beyond 70% threshold. The moment your debt to GDP ratio goes beyond 70% threshold, we say your economy has become unsustainable. The actually what cow ding in iron say divided by GDP. Oh, yeah, because the GDP, idea ye the may ni ubia ye susu the measure of an estimate of what you do, what I do, the money value of all we all do. The GDP and yes, and the Ghana GDP is about $78 billion. And now, Nemo, susu say a Juma, ye dear me, ye nino boy, Cabo Mafeno, send it, and then they friend GDP. They be a Ghana service measure, no more they are tuja. So you GDP, no see can now winning in ano, you divide by your GDP. You say, over 70% you are in debt crisis. Let's just say, Carmen.
Okay.
You are done
the dog but your sign a honey bill mummy.
Me say, a Juma we the money value of the goods and services the country during the whole year. You can't in abo money for the GDP.
Okay.
Now what car wajin ya total the stock no. You divided by the estimated GDP na. Multiply by 100 and then you find the debt to GDP ratio. Now or maybe over West African Monetary Institute say what is the idea about? Say because will be a bobo siaman bro na ho den so do 70% no.
Okay.
Why we do 70% be and you are in total debt crisis. Not just say o man no wa be ye wa mobra as a carmen. Na cash money one twi an ye den.
Okay.
Na tama ye ra gana Agyapong for je abanya ni free ye Rollins nsem Ghana for ntie mi ye pa. Na your debt to GDP ratio no akona ni ma koduru 182%.
Hey,
Tina meeting musa.
Almost triple.
I did see new 70. That is what NDC can do.
Wow.
Omo de basa yen kasa nitron chira manfo no omo nyie ni a omo yade. Na se adwuma pa yenye de oboa. Enti sa no omo ejae. Enti ura John Agyapong fo beje abanwa no. Ghana yejeje yesika nyina. Yesika ye tax revenue no. No or the over 40% kotuaka. Neche se na ye dene wonu odi mirika se e ka meneme ti mu meboa me na satem na hepic bi wo a wo twotwo ne meyi na ye behwe wo ne ma so ne wo gidi wo mu a ne ye twitwa wo kani bi a chew ti satem ye ka no 4 billion omu twam satem ne total external debt ye 6.4 billion US dollars omu 4 billion US dollars omu twam unconditionally and na the aka no 2.4 no omu say
Mincham, name men in free order.
Okay.
Now the baby say afibiano in the next 20 years, no. Says Sikano, ube generate afibian baby say what generate Sikano. Tinansia grand eso. U generate fa to futurobimu. Na says Sikano. Fire infrastructure for health, school, and sanitation. That's health, education, and sanitation. T say, Ubemus atam no yero adwana jikunku for okusi school die, and as a health center be, and I say Junsobua no achiro ho HEPIC funded because na emrachire say eza mo chiro ho na me amebo mamu a na me de mani
me
mpesa wo di book ba be chem so waye na me ba be inspect
okay
te anu ti na ne chiro chiro so no kra na manfo di na tam ada na wo ya na wo chiro chiro but sika ni sisa na da wo say me de okay chew kanu 6.4 no me de mu 4 chew 2 na 2.4 na aka no wo betu ba wa generate na fire bibi ya edaboa ma akuhia because when you say education improved na health sector improved na sanitation ya ebakuhia
sa
enti sa nchichirimu sa na te Ghana for satem no mu ntiaze tinkrofo bi a omu de ye ya omu ma ayi omu ya no mu di mikano makoten radio so di yero journal kunfo fe ba no mu nim de tie ti satem ya ka no more or less e kan nyina ye de chai enti wo hwa yero journal de kunkufo ebedi ade nyina no na Ghana ye total debt no all the Benjamin free rollings on na yes $7.1 billion.
Okay.
$7.1 billion in dollars. And I'm saying to 2 power year into fear more channel or the just $1 billion pen a can account. To a job Benjano Ama Yera John Agyapong and then 2008 economic growth rate in 8%. Sorry, 9%. Tremami.
Economic growth rate in
Obejeno 3.7. Ukujano 9%. That became the second highest growth after 1984. The growth rate became the highest since 1957 at the time. It was the highest. So in 2011 then the BBT now. That was the highest ever. 9%. O kanu so na amene wa na ye uda to GDP ratio ye 182 no obakono na atia ba 32%.
Really?
32. Nsie papa ya MPP for omutimi ye efa economy no. 32. To the omaye kanu omaye komu due because you do 70 or do danger. Wa beje no 182 at this wa ba 32. Wa born home odene pa. Minu abe ma de ne see yera Mills ebesomu oboa kakra growth nse da meka no na nya na ho odene hihye MP na o cocoa say omo breso nya 1 million metric tons of cocoa enye nhihye bi no omo fufuro bi no omo de ba na emum yero John Agyapong before buy na time oba na cocoa dodo a yeti nyina na 320,000 metric tons they say instead of konenim abakosem so no na highest was just over 500,000 metric tons. No, and that means Obebo Mia hit 1 million. To my Greek for no de cocoa be a wood within 2 years now, but a supply my amount for and was adding the shabby bar say, and I'm saying Equafonia no montana, dear, time as Omudom cocoa and gromo. Now, a swan more rainy and to all say, Queenie be obedient cocoa mubiano. Maybe be spray amount mass spraying exercise. Now, and Cofonam
incentive or the ma, yes,
my cocoa, I come bam. Or south to cocoa boom, Tima who make up them, mamma for her see cocoa.
Okay.
Into Obacono, now you move from over 2 cocoa, a grow 320,000 metric tons. Obacono do 700. Nature said, near money that quamus a day, you bet hit 1 million.
1 million.
Somewhere 2010 you hit 1 million. And I don't know, I don't have money, mamma, so on, or yeah, or bois. Directly, or bois. And Yano and this Nibia Casas of Nature. Unsuru Nyankopon. Yero John Agyapong for na ma hete sa 1 million. Of course, omo buy almost the fertilizer free fertilizer be buy and also bet me aboa in a way, but significantly no. Now we hear so obeto no 300
and something thousand.
Yeah, with me move to 700 na. Let's just say we were getting
to the 1 million target.
Yero mills buy and na niema ayeye dada kakra.
Enna mo hihye pa for the egu akwam.
Yeah. Okay. Ti wa mre papa na ade ma Ghana for pam am MPP. Na nya sabi say Yero John Agyapong for anya de unfortunately 2007 and the US for ene Iraq nyantoka kese bi e ma omko to share Saddam Hussein musunti from 2007 2008 no oil na ne brebi na 1 barrel ye ton $11 no global market e ko sura kuduru 145 dollars per barrel nti oil no kosoro na Ghana for so dey obi anim say na 11 na kudu 145
ne dia ne say fuel boy dey
nti mo mu di na tempa na cars ka boy dey ti papa ne niam dodo obeye nyina Kumasi road ye obeye from Kumasi through Techiman oyi kwa oye kopem Kintampo edi twemu kopem wa Aflawo road no oye Malam Junction to Yamronza to Tetekwasi eniam pa oye nyina Ghana for bufu kan say ya pam no because wama petrol boy dey MPP omutinye tembo baby they meet global it hit the economy hard na no I'm enkamfua no and na de be boy chire kra ne American subprime mortgage in 2008 American so economy no say American so amansan nyina no sika no ewiase GDP no of about 100 trillion no omunko a chefan over 25 trillion.
Yeah, I remember now America ho chire on pa
the time bia bibi beto American bia no it affects the global economy. Eti sadi we ke kambo mu ma niema anyi yema NDC so capitalize on that.
Yeah.
Kasa won say MPP fo ntimi kasa.
NDC kasa propaganda ne de NDC so mu ya.
Ye ma Ghana fo adwomutum na mo be so mu no. Na ye kronkron. Kana ye radona de kunkufo ja no 32 no. 2014 na ye radona mani mama. E dia asa akọ ka buruburu mu adu 71% because them be able do 70% you see your debt has become unsustainable.
Okay.
Ena ekanoko ya kokoduru 71 2014. 2015 it could do 72.8. 2016 73.1. Let's just say we are don't do many mama obedi ade no ye ka no ya isi ni kwase 70% no. Ono de 3 out of the last 4 years no Ghana was in serious debt crisis
because across the 70% mark, right?
Yeah, across
71 72 73.
What do bunu ene ehon ye wona me kan ba ho
okay
eti na enya de papa na enam se drum ne bia fe na ma ye ho kire ye dube ya sika abai kura sika o yi dia kotu adwumayefo ka no na eya problem enti aba ne hyase ye ne ma he o se nursing training college allowance metwam wan teacher training college allowance metwam wo ya adwuma ma abaya obet wo ye newly recruited lecturer na as teacher ni a oba adwuma ma abaya oba adwuma mfie miensa na o ma 3 months per salary na de aka no wahye egu cause na ba ho kire ne pa ti satem April 2015 and o se afi de me na me ka ya ekura maka so menwe na o fine no de ko share an IMF nsa se omwaye
good
satem no so na unfortunately akoso moso awe ensuo nto Ghana nti aduane ho so be ye na aduane be de nya ne se ne ukodwoma ba de ne banche abu a amanfo Stella I mean any imagine but to compare those days na aburo nyina na import na ko tachi madwoma aburo gu ho mu nyatofo so ati ase bayire ne nsu ato aduane abu ya ye nyina me aye kakra because those days na ye ka no na aduane no kra be hu bi na ne bo so odene na Ghana fo no ye ofi ne mante o se Ghana ni bia no and then the sinkwan ye kai ana enaso nyama Ghana ni bia da no ana na ye nti se omudi Ghana edubro nyana akwa na akobuso mu se ene yatade afili ento ya frase de na yepa brona brebre beba akobusa na fina no osenya no baka se no na Ghana ni bia no wa ene ye usia Ghana ni na abusa se minia amete se hiane komiao ya se ye kasa ni ye niema no ye mfa nyinyame aye ye niema min kasa niema aye and the whole world everybody is suffering but sometimes we tie complaint na ya na bana ya na enye justifiable na minia ye kwosoro nam se sa nsensem ni si ye ntino nsuo no we nti akoso mo ebema ye akoso mbo ebema ye electricity no entimi boom entimi bui entimi sika so a ye de beto apawa aboaze tema na yeni ti afide kosi ya ne se ye dasumu utimi dasumu na otwe bedu manda mo wa kwadwuma na wo frɛ obi e mala
bisa se kanea wo ho ana
na mo light wo kan na udimirika o kwa koto ne ma that was the situation we find ourselves. As water for Tony, no munya kwanya day. Enya light no da be tonton ice water no. Say no come cotton on muzi wiase dey no.
Cost of wonyina.
Na amanfo nam timi pro na yetugu ye nkwasi jo. Eti Ghana we went through hell. And because of that the economy the growth no e kan call anim no e kan call so sa no. Growth no so ba from 2014 economic growth na yewa gonna be kunkufo eja ne 9 ya yewa mills ebe fa de call 14 no yewa John Dramama ebe show mu no 2014 na growth na tia ba 2.8%. Was some papa the first economy
also the free haven.
No 14 no vice president it was 14 2011
Obampeni Kufo edija 9%. And a Professor Mills from 9%.
Oil, no?
Yes.
And
the core 11. I just say there was 3% addition.
Yeah, 9 to 14, 50.
5%. And a year John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency former president, ebe so move from 14. No, the bar.
Yeah, obeso 14. 2011 no 14.
14.
But 2012 no on the ND.
ND yes.
2013 and then 7.2. Na eso teba.
Okay.
2014 RIM 2.8.
2.8. And these are figures that are indisputable.
Because I mean, Bank of Ghana, obi a utie mi bi onko Bank of Ghana website.
Okay.
Onko website wa on click data. Ohun data ye be man variables no on click on growth. Ofa growth years now open. O 3 years ni nyina beba.
Nti say o hwe ye na say figures are doc e dia to dwano say wo issues wo ho a obetumi ascend yen wo de na ye dia toto ne ya hwe doc yen koso
nti na me
just say mpacho
so mo ko Bank of Ghana website obu o internet no so I mean
obi a church
NDC ni nkro no one o ma ye na bi di gugugu ho o to be ko mutimi no mo de ahye say ye World Bank
so enye sa
na World Bank and IMF o mo Bank Ghana na be data.
Okay.
They don't generate data.
You doc.
If you call Bank of Ghana website
the original one
is there.
Okay.
And to my and the professor a friend and papa say
your mama
dey answer na
now
there oya any say obeji economy no ya me say 2014 e grow 2.8 no 2015 kwa de na nyekura 2.1 2015
na just obeso mu ne de na just broni be gas e took those dives okay
2016 na as a nema e sha asese nke ye kakra nsuo to kakra agricultural sector ne e ye adwuma kakra ma nema ye kakra eno kra no oja no 3.4 na che say Yewura Rollins eja no 3.7 Yewura Akufo ja no 9 Yewura emails ja no 14 Yewura Mahama eja no 3.4 nti presidents amabo mu nyina na say eba na do so no on the economic performance because growth no na the best measure of economic performance.
Okay. But as a part of Dr. George Domfeh, our research fellow Dima University of Ghana and any education common. What my the economic trend a free Ghana independence pim His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Abreso na yebe dane ho simana ya Agyapong krato yebe hwe odisi John Mahama Abreso no de yebe hwe from Nanado baby a John Mahama edepem ye no na ya hwe Nanado so de then we look at where we are heading towards yanko break na yemresia. Yo, for the sit show, so when he egu and me guest Dr. George Domfeh. One my and the background, the historical background, economic situation, no, a free 19 kojo ho EBC Professor friend say John Dramani Mahama Abreso ma within 10 minutes the yen share nanado so Abreso ne fan compare baby a doc e free doc from 2017 till now o share videos here me bo e de che ahwefo ne nyina ya nanka predictions no any projections no very positive. Say Ghana's economy no was projected to be the fastest one globally. Ebani saying ena yewo baby a yewo.
Yo, many of them continuing from where we left off now. Here are John Dramani Mama. In the last 3 years now, the growth in 2014 na 2.8, 2015 2.1, 2016 3.4 no jai. And say we could share and we guta. Emma or the 2 months or the economy no grow 8.1. Miss Rena,
which is an emphatic lie. Na guta for no sabi so mo so munim de adentina omo te ho na omo nim say papa yin say mo okay because according to we are the man so jano 3.4 and okoka kire guta for say mo jano 8.8
only say the iron say omo ye hu say Ghana for ye gullible. You say me first me kana me to service me can say me to service bi ye nkrophobia ye ti asema inti ye nya analytical ye ti ya na ya
fano tra
inti onimi so ka dodo na abejedi ana omo support no omo nya nkrofo a sabe omo hwe nsem mu inti say so edwom aye den kakra inti wo ditro bia people will vote for him
yes
inti bada obi a wo ye o mampanyin dade sabe impredators I mean ka say obenya nsem nyina right but sometimes no ekoyese tembi a wo kasa na facts about the economy no tenya no wronga. In fact,
because why you expected some more
you have knowledge about it, and besides you have advices. Yes, it's and no one is a repository of intelligence. And to you as a president, you know, it doesn't matter how good you are, even if you are the best economist in the world, you can keep all these figures in mind. And to depending on the occasion, you know, you prepare with speech to suit the occasion. And to you na wom na akogina guta anim ko kan say o ko na economy no grow 8.1 that is a lie nonsense was akogina offend the FES was when e ko kire mo ko fa so bo ama Bank of Ghana ejo mo say egu Bank of Ghana ejina na so say when I come I'm going to initiate zero central bank financing. That is also a lie because this year Ghana is implementing zero central bank financing. You don't initiate something that is already being implemented. And say it is answer some na. Yeah, na you're very hopeless. Hey, na obi obeji SUF is in enam. I mean a problem. You are John Dramani Mama they seriously a problem Ghana. At the end court na akufo-addo beji economy no 2017 the growth rate was 8.1. The 8.1 no ma me nchechire mu say me be tena ka say na akufo-addo nipa bi na sunku bi na obeye ma within all of a sudden of course under thrown media.
Okay.
We share that economy now it was fueled, that growth was fueled significantly by oil. The money.
Okay.
You are John Agyapong for the be home fan no. Yes I see two no September 2010 into 2011 and the my GDP no pejasa no.
Okay.
But I feel oba ni nyina no na Yegusua oil no ye di bi hu nkomo oil fields were being discovered near the area Gondomani mama tam no and she say bebe ko so my tray and krabatem oil production no.
Okay.
Ya na beba upstream e be has year 2 am na be ka oil no yetu no from 2017 to say you was John Dramani mama na ye president kra na and kana 2018 no economy no grow
that
ebe ko.
Okay.
So what I say?
Okay.
And the woman fat Emma na
credit no man.
Without oil crown 2017 the economy grew 4.8%.
We oil free more.
We oil only free more. Let's just say
okay, so by close of year we na 8.1 no. We take oil free more. Let's just say the real growth was 4.1.
Exactly, yes, with the non-oil growth rate was 4. I mean, sorry, me say 4.8. Let's just say hono ubetimi dia mananado.
Okay.
Okay. And the money bas.
Which is still better than Abrana John Dramani Mahama Eja 2016 3.4
no. Okay. Yeah. Now yam cost so 20 oil no ebes and afi feel over kwa now prices no it should cost so no esa ebre no wansi gina fa kon ba form and then say oil dodo no mutu 2017 2018 yentimi entu dodo was anti no we were almost at par with what we were able to produce on 2017. The value addition wasn't that high. So, the oil impact, on the economy, 2018, 2019 wasn't much felt.
Okay.
In the economy, the growth, every year 6.2, 2018.
2018.
And 2019, a year 6.5. In 2019, and then amount for project is ni ebenya 8% cry and then na maame bruni ba no kasa Ghana has been projected to be the fastest growing economy because that economy is we are saying that nya de papanti omo hwe say de yenya 8.1 2017 and no mu fi se bia exactly
okay
but that oil no enya moye papa the oil impact no 2018 2019 and am say production 90 million cost will be na global price stability anything
okay
value addition from oil no wasn't much felt.
Okay.
Until na economy ni growth no na ya ahode na satumade a ebe fe ni say agricultural sector you are going to many man person at Agyapong no shall say grow at a very higher rate. In fact, agricultural sector to me grew 6% on average na now the time.
Yeah.
As a crop production tin aduane ebusa no o ma ye na bebrebe rice na yes almost is rice factory in Krankwanta Saviligu here 2020 nkwa rice tractors or 520 or the microphone munye o ma ye me dey say rice the sufficiency ratio is 49%. So you do more $100 be mu 49 Ghana ha na no bi won man na kra wudi
who say Ghana
o ma ye pa
okay
a lot of things that happened to the agricultural sector amanema akoso pa the economy grow 6.5 no me hwe ni say the year 2020 no year we cross 7% ibenya
okay
because if we 6.2 and I go 6.5 as a time oil no ahode ni sign tell us can na kosoro ti say the satem no Nigeria ni buy no obehu ye no indeed we were doing very well
okay
your debt to GDP ratio no so no ma me nka say na na do beto no 73 no for the first time since 2006 debt to GDP ratio fell in 2017 Emma ebeduru 69%, around 69%. Okay. You fully so now the year 2018 crowd about 66%. And I say here now so you rebase Ghanaian economy.
Who can say rebase as such as
wakakra you can say rebase at the children say there be your economy you calculate GDP there are FIBI prices na here.
Okay.
GDP no it is equal to the total amount of commodity produced multiplied by unit price. Ti say be say me na me ye phone na me ye ma me nko na me Ghana na me ye ma ko 10 na ba ku bia 10 cedis my contribution GDP to GDP is what 100
yeah
sanity now se ko boss ebia the following year obete na me ye 10 pe but na price me ko 20 cedis the boss GDP na be 200 so 200 your friend nominal GDP no ye fan cancel but the GDP no ba out na real GDP
okay
e di omo ye me say tebia ye fa afi ba prices na ye de no na a major GDP
okay
enti satam na ne ya don the many mama figures na me kan ye 2006 concern prices no the 2006 na ye enti 2018 no ye family base ya 2013 this am no cause 2013 prices so this is a bank of Ghana service a major GDP omujumo nyina no the 2013 concern prices na
oh okay
enti when we base economy na GDP ni be kese indeed 2018 the GDP became 24.2% bigger and the GDP ni be kese sa no enti na ma we debt to GDP ratio no above form enti we say calculation na we go say you are don the money mama 73 no about 55.9 about 56 enti no bonzo my flyer bi din na ye ko debt to GDP ratio na 56 and then it is over 100.
That you know.
73.1.
because so Legon time I'm a student or no unya 70 and A and then unya 70 will Legon lower level min ka say A min che lower level min che masters and PhD for but lower level min ka say A enye A and then che say me sa koma mark me papers bio
yeah
me be na twem
yeah
ti u person ma what else no we use 2006 concern prices
okay
eti u that GDP ratio we do 73 no eno na ema ye kwaje bosia no mo hwe so the interest rate ma
yeah
and then you timi ko bio say interest rate no ye kwa akone o mako kase o monteso because of say ya rebase indeed me no kase na akufo-addo beko okwa enche be Ghana kase so mu guso o mu ya rebase tenche be mu be rebase no mu ye pe ye that GDP ratio na me no kase na 84 no for this year no eba beti ya tia about 50 Saturday na do will not come back to say me that no they abananado ni 84 ti e bon pa say this year e be come from na this year e be come from pa
why
the day be come from pa me say atage yete dem chirani na otwemienu Ghana ye ka kese pa ye de ba ko ha ye pa ye commercial loan ya kwa ko je 13.1 billion US dollars
okay
e mo funu say o mati ase so mo de mu 4.7 billion a cheye so the year John Agyapong for be so mo de 4 billion cheye na ye be to GDP so be kete
na say obi di sika be chewa na say ka wo de no be chewa say ejina ebia trust nipa no ewo
exactly
any in fact negotiations are also na
no be ya nti yewura kanu for yata me bona ba so one share negotiations we say
okay
it be last year October me no mo na call IMF World Bank annual meeting me could be I was a delegate
okay
so after me it could be 10 days on that papa me tisa manfo di na tema na ni yapa yewura ken amikano for yata me chia onyame nka ho nya ade a wa ya maga na nyame be bo abaso nyame be nim dia wo ye de bia me send the message
okay
it has send the message enye de bia every day but meta say me de kakasa
that's fine
it has send the message catch no say nyame be bo no by pa wa bo ye kwa papa in that in fact ebeka 2 days ame yaba no oko London na oko negotiations for debt cancellation the negotiations you know so much about Ghanaian capital market otimi ya ma 4.7 billion Thursday
yeah because there were other countries we know said they were also fighting for debt cancellation by few it is a few they are not just say you were doing something right
unyansa sema obeka no
yes
ti omudi no acha enya nku bilateral debt so ya nanki ye de 5.1 billion and also interest rate de that so ni adade nyino mo twetwe bi egu ama between the year 2023 to 2026 almost suspended your payment no it say Ghana ye koma due pa say the year John Agyapong kufo be kwa wo ma ye koma due ya year John the man mama beje sa de ko sheje mu ye say do hope you repeat history because say you check am ti afi be kwa we no ye ka no e be ba from pa but eno na year John Agyapong kufo be so e ko si ya year John the man ba obehu ya o de mi sa benkum because now
the sebre na said say bu be ya de na duro ya na say Ghana for no from
dollar muno you are running total debt now is 7.1 billion you are going to $8 billion you are John Dramani mama mobile within 8 years only 21 billion that can ho e ma Ghana you can call 29 billion na kan so a okoboy na satem na is 2010
in dollars asem no
in dollars
okay
2010 ya be middle income country the entire ma yehu amane na nyina no 2010 no you basic economy no satem na 1993 concern prices 2010 you adopted 2006 concern prices you are times you rebasing
okay
so then akufo-addo time 2018 you rebasing na you move from 2006 concern prices to 2013 concern prices no time no we move from 1993 concern prices to 2006 concern prices the economy no be kese no na you say 2007 na Ghana be lower middle income country ya kasa lower middle income country o mana ye che total GDP by the population at least obi abenya $1,000 about $1,014 only a case lower middle income country na inya sa dibiano inya no 2007 but we got to know about it in 2010 the figure on no can say enyina problem kusi ewunyina no akọ problem sa de dia ne grants are so because we don't know the kunku for obedi so no Malam Johnson to Tetekwasi kwa we grant yentu ada Malam Johnson to Amonza Cape Coast grant yentu ada man kwa wokwa grant yentua aduane school for nko ya grant ti okodi di sika bebe yentua unfortunately satam no ya be low middle income country grants no ma na yen crop so no mu di anim so no mu te market na se to omuma yeso de ekwa as tekpe mo no makoji loan no kwa interest rate bi be mu ya na ti sa 21 billion no enwo interest rate ni me enya asem ko 20 at the end of September last year no na me akufo-addo so be bosia $22 billion and I account. The entity say says $22 billion or account. Mufa or the chia we are done the money mama mo kano mo boy na ehun si mun kakraka no. Until my account could do 51 billion US dollars at the end of September last year. Say kwa say me idiom say do 53. And then unia obeya no mo dey multiply by we see the no so let car we dey
na ever see this money yet colossal
kaka unzo omono be kono na total debt is $29 billion.
Okay.
Na one certain 4 cedis $1 was 4 cedis 20 pesos. To multiply 4 cedis 20 pesos by 29 we so be about 122 billion. Sa no no dey mo ka no jai no. Okay. And now me no ka say senka na akufo-addo ba wo mo obosia da Ghana ni bi antini o mo obosia da the total debt stock no enka be 29 billion multiplied by what 15.7 dollar rate
okay
15.7 and think Ghana ye can do 455 billion and so o mo kan ye can be 600 be 700 na wa ha be ka say car na na abo account depreciation
okay
dollar see na say na so one day me ba me chichi na Ghana for say see the new agent the money mama breast no his performance see depreciated 55% and that is only better than Rollins offending the records and that remember the chichi say one this year but this time kasi the nka tra so 15 and
the amount
we share the time the 4 years no obebi ade na $1 1 cedi 92 pesos all come 4 cedis 20 pesos. Depreciation rate of 55% is the worst. The akufo-addo first term obefa 4 cedis 20 pesos all hand over to himself no now 5 cedis 85 pesos and that's the best record that CD under any first term government in this current dispensation. Wow. But the last term of Nana-Addo no you a lot of global problems and man CD the problems are but the year 2020 no and Ghana the growth rate no 0.51%. I know my friends say it was the worst growth rate since 1983. But we 2021 the economy grew at 5.4%. Higher than in spite of the problems, you 5.4. US 2021. Okay. Is it 2020 the next cry? And there's a COVID time, no? Yeah. No, be uncle baby, it is 0.51. That is a negative, no? Yeah. Which is 0 down now, that happened to be the worst growth records since 1983. Okay. But 2021, your boy home ordinary, you could 5.4. Okay. Yeah, 5.4, no? It is higher than John Mahama's 2014 2.8, 2015 2.1, 2016 3.6. As we start now on our say economy not to Japan. The economy at Japan may grow better than 3.4 now. Do you say that Japan? The year 2022 DNA and some of the say Putin coffee and talk about a man and now me know say European Eurozone the entire economy is growing 0.2%. Germany for many years omanya negative since that time no Germany this year quarter omanya positive 0.8% and only 1%. UK to abaya onu tutia conservatives will be economy no more than let's just say so global just say global we are self for nyina whether you now the and I'm saying that you din common ko change me saba na ya be global effect ni yie pa magana ni bi atiase na ya answer na me ba no mo be pay you don the man ma voice bi a ono awako other countries ako di one dance say the economy is biting high at everybody no na ye dey answer na dey design komo we na me ya ba ma and no kura nyina nkan fua no unza 2020 na enyema ye dey ma Ghana pa no the economy still grew 3.1%. 2022 3.1. That is better than Mohammed's 2014-2015. 2016 we nya better.
Yeah.
2023 growth went down again to 2.9%. You call IMF ni ade no. 2023 2.9.
2023 2.9.
President akufo-addo's records. The last 3 years the average growth is 3.8.
Okay.
Average of 5.4, 3.1,
2.9.
3.8. John Dramani Mahamad's average growth for the last 3 years, 2.7.
Okay.
And look at 2.6 something, but I'm running off to 2.7. Now, how do you then say the economy is better than this? Because growth, and then the sum total of economic performance.
Good.
Now, I need something to say. This year, first quarter, between January 1st January to 31st March, economy no grew 4.7.
2024, the first quarter.
Yeah, quarter no.
Driven by what?
The main drivers near crop production, agriculture.
Okay. Which is good news, yes.
There's a agriculture na here for the whole year. Some American na ko cross on the on wako okọ fun onye biane ebu adidi ami na akwesidense ni okrum ye bre. Any okrum biane na bu cross kra na be bu ano ta untiminto. Because of course can na boy again. The transport system, public transport system na all down yemo models are baby especially railway. I'm not train ka train ko swim na train na mikro mu there me ba ha. Okọ biane ebu. Ntinka ebe ma biane ayefu okrum. So railway na won say about ba obo no modern, but they can do better. Ababi you about me as we team nyame eboane no ba onfa we ni agro you John Dramani mama obi baby but importantly Ghana yakana enne me ka say debt to GDP ratio around 2023 do 84%. They say our debt is unsustainable. Okay. But now debt cancellation empty afini your debt situation will be very good. Okay. Now the problem I say, so na you are the kunkuvo na kama you are don't mind mama beji ya na bibiansi wi ase hwede ode na sabra na mesisi wi ase de obane de mana asemsebe asem you were Dr. George Domfeh o see the man there na asemsebe doc me pese there is another argument IMF we beko yenko ubunwa na yeko. I think say this government making a lot of statements regarding whether say ombeko anaso omunko me gidi say at a point to cry NDC for cry eka say including John Mahama cry say anka aban no enko IMF but Futu Sanfo the former finance minister Ken Ofuriatta insisted to say he will never go to IMF. Fofia Ntuata and yet say friends Abayano de Ghana assign akoshe IMF. Sabreno Ghana echo IMF no yanko IMF anka edie nebesi. How would the Ghana economy be? You call IMF no abwaye ana. Very intelligent question. Okay. Now, a bear answer name be good. You are Ken Ofuriatta tama medical because the end of the year call am IMF. Ten be or maybe call am IMF be Ghana funti. Now, local currency no is under pressure. Okay. Say local currency no, o bank no, o central bank no, o new reserves. Also, there be a central bank no, ya or futuro bi ho, ya G loan. About cotton gold, your cotton fuel, oil, sika ebenya nyina ye de begu saa futuro na a friend of gross international reserves. Okay. Ya no ye de bosi de ho bai. Ti se e wo na se amansan dwaso na na se Ghana ye ni dwaso yi. Ye be na sidi na ho de no kofom pa na chere se nipa bebrebe edi sidi edi dollar echi nipa bebrebe ehia dollar no. Nti uza de bia so ho na ne boy den dollar no boy den na Bank of Ghana dimika no abadwa so no abe tue dollar na gum na ma dollar na de ejina. Okay. Nti exchange rate regime yo me fe no managed floating exchange rate regime. Just managed.
Float. Okay.
A floating central bank
okay.
As I need the demand and supply.
Okay.
And dollars amount for free amount on it. Say bia obi remittances amount for the bra amount for ebidwa kwa amount on cotton yama di sikaba sa dollars no na edey enka yebedie ne foreign direct inflows obi free omo bi mu ebedi dwuma bi wo Ghana no di sikaba am a tourist attraction say mo yi amoyi ebedi bronya omo the dollar ba na dollar ba krum enti sa ka dollar no nko an but sa ye dollar no nko an enam say ye demand ne ye higher Ghana the ebedi the ebenom ne the ebefra no do na ye ta kokra no near the dollar no ne other foreign currencies na ye ni de bia na my pressure e wosi di no so enti na ye die na ye manage floating African countries. That's what most of them do to manage. You can say manage floating and yet absolute floating exchange rate regime to bia no Bank of Ghana brano no obedwa so ebe tu sika ngum na nsia dollar no say pa no nzo mu di $52 million and the to gum on say we are ejina kakra ama you say kra the dollars ni biblibe benti say the isi ba no minim say sibi no ahode ejina pa but Satam you are kind of a rata can say on kono Satam kofuna no mo ka say yen kono they didn't understand why they said we should go because Satam no na Ghana your reserves no ending the year 2021 we had over 4 billion, I think about 4.4 billion US dollars. About 9.9 billion US dollars
in our foreign reserves.
Yeah. Let's say we are about some square. You can't years apart from 2011 you 11 billion. You have to be an until 2021 can't fear not Ghana your reserves now build up say it was 4.4 month import cover. Okay. Yeah, Mahama Ebekono. Now you total reserves are Bank of Ghana football. Now you 6.1 billion. So what I say? And that made 2.8 month import cover. Okay. It is a 4.4 month import cover. Now me call him some finance minister. Me call an eye of a day. But me call dollars na me copy. Na dollar will be na me copy. Okay. Na the command is saying any the money in Nako saying February 2022 and na Ukraine Tinibabina Putin got to show almost. Okay. A cobas are Putin. Now Russia supply over 10 million barrels of crude oil a day to the global market. Now global oil no now 1 barrel ending $72. Tama tokwano okotu shares one tokwano year the preoccupy na 1 barrel akuduru $121 dollars. And the cost was in Ghana. Ono mukoto petrol debe mukoto petrol ba unze petrol ya yetu enye ni bi na dey use you. Amanfo so ko ye ni yetu ni bi na ye fa ni crude no ye kotone. Nansi na ado adagoma. Ya yenya refinery bi a betimi supply over 45,000 barrels. Yes sir you consume about 130,000 barrels a day. You can create free Holland and other places. Now you 173 na yetu no. You dey call it ya na enema enso danye sa. But Sasikana first na BDC so mo kofa oil na betonima OMCs BTZ go oil na total na other than Sakof no. No mo here sika dollars $250 million US dollars na boso bi o de kokra petrol. Petrol no bo cost so sa no. They now needed 150 million more. Eti omo nkoa na Bank of Ghana say yenhye ya obo no supply obo mo dollar no supply no pa. Eti omo nkoa dollar say no omo di free Ghana addition 150. Eti demand abrochie so enema abrochie ni mabo be yeden after COVID no. Yenya what we call global supply crisis. Te abrochie ni mabo be yeden pa. Enema no bo be yeden wa abrochie sa nti no. Koma we am kokwa buchira we dey $1 kon afi no I'm here 2 cedis the bill free charges you to 300%. So first we contain about na be $10,000 afi we could dey $30,000 and we are not Ghana we don't have ship so I say eti sa na we nyina ma dollars na amanfo be hia dia kobidwa no eto and ma pressure bar cedi ni so no mi bi so Ghana for and akufo-addo buy now $1 every 4 cedis 20 pesos the very day John Mahama handed over to akufo-addo no $1 7 January 2017 Obi a team bia in Google $1 was 4 cedis 20 pesos. What we maintain na December by January 2022 now $1 is 6 cedis 20 pesos.
Okay.
For almost 6 years na add dollar no you see you know 2 cedis spend na abeka ho. Okay. And that is the best records ayenya since 1992. The question is na akufo-addo no one na president in 2022 no one yes as na $1 is 6 cedis 20 4
cedis 20 pesos.
All the fun no 4 cedis 20 pesos. And 20 pesos. Now almost about 6 years later 2022 no beginning no na $1 be 6 cedis 20 pesos. Now me chase na do no one na president. Okay, yeah. But that very year na yes a finance no na $1 is 6 cedis 20 pesos no. $1 kokuduru 17 cedis.
About saying
and na make say if you are saying near my boy edene ti say wo call first now the $1 and the kokotro adie we phone na US you turn $1 and $2 ti wa wo koton no hia more money and the pressure more demand the pressure eba is in so the Bank of Ghana started what supplying maybe a boy chikura ne say you say no me nyina kese pan say you don the money mama ne ka kese obebu amiwe bon aso ayetua na enwan hodi ni wonti ni tambia na ekọ irebon na ekọ gisika
na ere abetua
sa year sa 2022 no wow we were downgraded to C status na ye junk status the my course one day 45 countries were downgraded the global economy na fe na obi asuro international rating agencies no downgrade the US mu nyina they all experience downgrading nti the ekoba ay say ama na ahodi ade beko amansanja so akoto akọ jebusiano na eniwo bio today say Bank of Ghana ho esika kakra na ho na na fadi twa yeka na yesa ade support import my pressure bar cedi no so no nti ko ba sa no getting to June no na fe ye hwe ye no na ye dollars no ye Bank of Ghana futuro mu over 9 billion no atia ba 6 billion let us say ye hwe mirika na dollar no bana and the day o dollar no because you go the and say then be a dollar ye dey reserves today that large dollar will be spent no that will be the day cedi will become like a toilet paper because wow dollar na your reserves no and the bo cedi no buy money value enti the akoba say immediately no you can Vuelta by Joshua June ho be the two just say the edro no ya amfo enwo ankoma IMF ankope dollars ni bia okay satem o kan say yenko no sa December o kan say yenko no satem na obi nim say Putin Ukraine so man never be yedini said the year 2022 nobody knew about that unless of course somebody comes to tell me say we knew about it and he eti ya the way who's a Ghana nipa do no mo kasa no ya no mo ntini amaze moze kono vye de gro goze no vye go ezuni ne yekoi na no aka na manfo tie no tra ni ignorance cool Ghana for pa do na mo kasa radio so no so empty, so ignorant.
Radio, TV. So.
And these are the people who are leading policy because Omukasa no Omukasa na na man 40. And it is a big problem
and unfortunately it shapes public opinion.
Oh no.
With their ignorant comments in
there. Na Ghana pa.
No, Ghana pa.
Very fast. It's a article be. Your friend Institute for Progressive Governance. Yeah, me make say me fellow next time mo be me dina fa no ka ho.
Institute for
Progressive Governance. Me a fellow ho. You see you be two a trust.
Okay.
You be stop us and no mo di twa. Ya mo
good. I want to be part of it.
O ka won say we are. You better a press conference pa.
Yeah, expose you.
Ya kan kure no. Na yes a cha.
Wow. Exactly.
Omo ha Ghana.
IPG Institute for Progressive.
The key theory. Ya betro aba ya ye key theory sa aba na ya key theory no che say aba edintro na electoral commissioner say yenye no ya an electoral commission is yenye ya Ghana for obi ankotwe because of COVID. Na almost 18 million Ghanaians are controlled. Now as still this organization is still loud. So I say
well it will only happen in Ghana.
We will go after
but I bridge I think say mo vision here great.
Okwa broche mu ni adade wuntimi nkodi disease antro basa sa.
You will be exposed.
Donald Trump for better inflation. They already won come up. I come on videos pa. About inflation. Na it was 40.5%. Or connect to 18%. Papaya Mozo Gomi. Me Jim Ben of Roma in Jersey. Almost you were going to come before and inflation. 40.5. Most of you do inflation you do. After baby, me say tie piece for my name tie piece pa. Me tie piece ya. Most of go me. Me go ni for there. You were me do you mu. E bi almost of here. Almost the boy on you. So me go say get the local inflation. So we need it for over 30 months. So I say when did we start eating inflation? Answer as what can we are and we are going to stop them.
Thank you. That's very good.
IPG, that's what we
main buttressing the point now we make here. So baby I would see no chese no crese global challenges no and impacting negatively. Yeah. But ambassador, US ambassador to Ghana IFN Virginia Palmer also a cancel bia na or chese ampa Russia-Ukraine war no and to be blamed for rising prices of fuel food in Ghana. We go tie in some ma many edit to dwa supporto in some doc can say ampa ocean to ya na aban aya until the breakout of your friend say COVID any your friend say Ukraine war na just say aban airborne homoding. But for these two issues no nanka baby ayedu no nanka be baby pa na se gina bia pa eno na Palma Virginia US ambassador to Ghana ono so de na no etu mu se ampa Ukraine war any COVID no ena ama prices na se aduane bo a ekosoro fuel bo a ekosoro wo Ghana no ekosa engongo tie ma me no na yemra.
Today marks 1 year since Russia launched its brutal, full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Russia's horrifying violence has killed thousands and destroyed entire cities. Here in Ghana, Putin's war has driven up prices for fertilizer, food, and fuel. Ghana has been a real leader on the UN Security Council, standing firm in opposition to Putin's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. Putin and his enablers believe that might makes right, but they're wrong. They're losing. Since last year, nations of the world have united to stand strong with Ukraine. We cannot let a small country get stomped on by a larger neighbor. If Russia stops fighting and withdraws, the war ends. If Ukraine stops fighting, Ukraine ends. The American and Ghanaian people stand proudly with Ukraine. We stand for freedom. We stand for democracy. We stand against bullies. We are united with Ukraine. Today marks 1 year since Russia launched its brutal, full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Russia's horrifying violence has killed thousands and destroyed entire cities. Here in Ghana, Putin's war has driven up prices for fertilizer, food, and fuel. Ghana has been a real leader on the UN Security Council, standing firm in opposition to Putin's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. Putin and his enablers believe that might makes right, but they're wrong. They're losing. Since last year, nations of the world have united to stand strong with Ukraine. We cannot let a small country get stomped on by a larger neighbor. If Russia stops fighting and withdraws, the war ends. If Ukraine stops fighting, Ukraine ends.
Yo, Misama wakwa babium ediba the sit show so me say who enjoy messages are me nyano obia send me message because Flagbearer please tell doctor that lecturing is his style. He is really lecturing us this evening. Kindly invite him back to come and talk about inflationary issues. Doc, obi say me person bondi o say me say invite him rana beka inflationary issues na numere dey o lecture yeah hwefo video ya me body chemu yi maame a friend her excellency Virginia Palmer US ambassador o Ghana ha and edit to John waka esisu dua menyi ni say oye MPP ni anase oye any other political party ni e Ghana enti na chese no kreto do na work no na ansana yebeko docs no embra Ghana ye na adwene say obeko IMF no megiri say na other countries eso de omohia say makoto IMF boss enim ye maame Georgieva Catalina enim almost pe emwa na Ghana koye no kan o say IMF boss stresses and also the impact of the global crisis na just also e kan some edifa ha global crisis no aha various economies including Ghana utieni nsem no kan no say Ghana has been working towards good policies for some time. Ghana has been working towards good policies for some time, and the COVID and the war hit and significantly undermined Ghana's gains, and that is not only Ghana. Also, I say, na Ghana into tria ya no na dia called the positive direction until COVID nene and tokwano eba no ama ye gains are making nyina no eyi efiri ho yagogo tie maame Georgieva Catalina in some of the two stressing on the impact of the global crisis. We to support doc my guest in some more waka.
We recognize that we are in a world in which exogenous shocks more often than before hit innocent bystanders. Ghana has been working towards good policies for quite some time, and then COVID and the war hit, and that significantly undermined Ghana, and it's not just Ghana, so many countries standing. So how we can be faster on our feet to come to work with countries that are innocent bystanders. This is a big challenge for us, and I can tell you our members are really good in helping us meet it. I want to finish. You said these institutions need to change. The world has changed. I agree that we always have to strive to change. I also would argue very strongly that we have, as we are, we have to recognize that we can do differently and we can do better. That we can reach out to partners and do things that maybe were unthinkable before. And we should not hide behind 1945 and say, oh, because of this, we can't. We can, when there is a recognition that our responsibility has gone up. We recognize that we are in a world.
Mami Georgieva Catalina, nidino me de papa na no okase senior COVID no ne Ukraine war no aha ewiase economics nyina no ebi so aha Ghana papa na ono kroya san edinsem bi tudwa na okase ebra na Ghana ekope IMF bailout no senior mekan no na amamman bebre metise sa time no other 100 almost or more than 100 other countries ekope emwa efi IMF we no treo ewiase oyene ana aba amamman no bia edwane akọ IMF na enye Ghana pe na senior doc achemu no nuntina na Dr. Elma Sayen we no na meba doctor so mayansan enyi sa maame nsem oka yenchire ahwefo or say we will move swiftly to approve Ghana's IMF program. Na sa video kro no man oka say Ghana is a country that has long track record of some macroeconomic management, and as such, this country called Ghana that has a long track record of sound macroeconomic management ought to be supported. Not just a Ghana ekope and as a mamaya ekope support every IMF for almost Ghana didn't live over the years into ideas ye watching I saw almost supporting and yes samba ABC ye dademu and also or admit say Ghana was hit by COVID and the war. Me pese oti science we as say senior doc e kan no enye bosire muka anaso obo ntim na e kan penifo akukudam aka say Ghana economy no it is senior no because of COVID and friends Ukraine tokwa no mumu ekotie sa nsema mame edi tu dwane emra.
Let's remember that Ghana for a long time has done really well to tap markets. to finance its growth path. It has been all innocent bystanders hit by COVID, hit by the war in Ukraine, and it has complicated domestically the ability to finance the budget. So a country that has long track record of sound macroeconomic management ought to be supported to return to markets. So our program is a bridge for Ghana, and to tell you the truth, I'm actually quite optimistic. I think Ghana is going to move. The creditors are going to move, and we are going to move swiftly. So I guess the short answer to you is stay tuned and stay positive. Let's remember.
Ninsemo wakeken ene eye Mame Palma Virginia Her Excellency the US Ambassador to Ghana nsemo omaka doc na senior maker no show we su de eye yentwantro eye evidence based na ye yache eye ahwefo no nsemo a wakan nyina na eye mpenimfo yeso akan your take
minia I say yes no credit eye back na Mame nkase sebe se NDC for krom kwhia enye de ya omuni omadwenim sebe obi our conscience na yero John Dramani mama na ne o pray oyo mo franka twini a odi omani mono kra no ya mo pesa voice ni bi also outside the country I can asem have COVID-19 and then the Russian-Ukrainian war have combined to impact negatively on the Ghanaian economy. Tonukrako outside Akako. Now, we don't even need him to even say it. It's obvious. Because as my business and akufo-addo now, or manage CD for almost 6 years, over 5 years. Now $1 no. I think I Jennifer between 4 cities 20 pesos to 8 cities. I mean 5 cities 85 pesos. No. Now then 1 year, yes, $1 cities 20 pesos. By October now $1 not to me could do 70 cities. And you're not a president.
Yeah.
Or no it is at a bus as now person checkers at terminal, Sebio Misreka, Nindian or the Booman and I the Irana. And but I didn't buy nobody could have done anything about it, and especially at NDC it would have been worse. We never make us $1 na holding in a Bank of Ghana football. The friend gross intentional reserves is Karudo. Say a dinner, Bank of Ghana, boom, bejaso be supply. But you can't give what you don't have.
Exactly.
You are John Dramani Mama Ebekono. Na Ghana, your total reserves na 6.1 billion. Eti Tama, sa you may remove the we were having over $9 billion as with Bank of Ghana. Eti said, you are John Dramani Mama Tama as we see Yanka. See dinner. $1 now and then 15 years that in Quebec 30. Because we shouldn't forget say just a little over 6.1. Obi a ATM be a Google say the total reserves with BOG 2016 December you see is about $6.1 billion. Now certain you reckon of Yata Sika na or 2 didn't to account say yanko and IMF now it was about 9 billion. So over 9 billion and me anyina sa akon kese no amas na wodi timi say ya ekokodu 17 cities one day or somewhere October 2022 na me busa say Sabia na ntimi anya no 6 bit me aye because the difference between 9 and 6 is over 3 billion and I'm a fair for 36 months no only $3 billion na mai it is the difference between at the time science and some we buy no sika na Bank of Ghana wo as reserves and the you are don't money mama ja ho no it's over 3 billion. Okay. It means that you have the supply. Okay. It is in absence of that, in absence of that 3 billion, the pressure on the city would have been overwhelming.
Tiwayanka $1 a bit do better 30 to 40 cedis. It's a fact.
Okay.
It you are doing the mama cause the economy and came to me in
okay.
Now just say ya na ujina nchaya airful. So I say azuma konto kwa no obo bi to form sa oya ofi say emre
okay, Doc, so looking at where we are and is there any hope? Where are we heading towards?
Yeah, so there is a hope,
especially that the election is just
there is a big hope. The hope is that unsigned IMF we have an extended credit facility. Extended credit facility they say sikana omode amount 3 billion omode be maye no omamfa amaye outrightly omamfa amaye boom
then can be say $3 billion no omamfa maye na yemfa nye ade na
no be no ya why you no choose say no nepe
oh okay
omo programs no be
okay
the extended credit facility no and they apply
okay
na no dey tell me say you say you don't demand mama kra no be no so ye no but no na say my about $914 million million Ghana cedis, name $1 billion cry.
No, $1 million.
Yeah.
Yes. 900 and something million dollars.
Name $1 billion. We get $3 billion.
Yeah.
Now the Oma can at the Bamano. Tama May 2023. We say Tama you are kind of the 2 just a year kono. My arm nipa mo ba so mo be hwe nkrata mu hwe de ntia yedu sa tebia we ni mo betimi de aboa na de yeso yepeso mo ye de yepeso ye no na emede no the person you know na Ghana already near Ghana beyond aid agenda yeah implement say e be local production na kosoro ye be ye ne aye car say Ghana me no kan na akufo-addo nti 6 car assembly plants na Ghana Toyota wan mo e wo kroma and every year betimi aye car 120,000 cars ye ba be keka we hu asem enti aba no projects be ni ma wo ye o person this sachra ma Ghana etumpo ma Ghana esachra enti sa na ma no finance minister eni IMF no nkomodi nyina no ye de sa na ma na ye susudua se sa bre no ansa na sika mo de be ma ye no ye ni a ye de ho e ba se ji se ye timi ye diswe so ye nyema makomako dunsia one day mama kwa na me chire sa na mama akomako dunsia no na be hu se sa na mama akomako dunsia no they are not too different from what we were already doing.
Okay.
To this time around ye omo de omo person ye nye na ye na emum de ni ye dada no na ye de ye susu bia se so omo ba na se de na ye dada no ye timi ye duntompensuo bia na omo diskana ma enti ye omo anazo ye qualify no unse ye ko junior no mo se komodi ase no December and ye nya the friend staff level agreement.
Okay.
This is at mo be krata mo say oniema ye
ebrena ye bi
enti omo de ko no omo board no May and a board no MI $600 million and October omo nipa September October omo nipa sa ba ha no mo so oniema ye no mo sa ni 600 mai and na so omo nipa sa ba no mo so oniema ye and no mo de 360 amount so they be me 360 million kopim say 36 months na be so na de na ye omo ngwani omo di sika na mai no omo to omo num to kan say the way omo ka say yan kati expenditure any niema na ebema growth na perform ti omo project growth at 1.5%
okay.
for 2023 because you say 2023 as the first quarter no the economy was growing 4.2%. There's an anchor at the end of the year you be group because we're going to Ghana government we're going to spend 227 billion and now and she say ko muntin na say cut expenditure so say never we have to stop the cut expenditure so by about 190 billion and affect growth no we crowd can say growth no be 1.5 and you 2.9 and it was my year say more than expected.
So that's why they say Ghana has turned the corner.
Exactly. So that one kind say you know enti say say ni nyina e me ma omo pese ni edisu premiums ani o maba no oma diatum ye wa don do mani mama ko April 2015 2016 omo ba ni avikojo ni mom ka say ni so endimi ani so that is the difference.
Okay.
Entina na akufo-addo by no so no be hihye ye hihye foforo entina na nkaze nke be April 2018
exactly
e call April 2019 enti any difference no good ye de ose ayo ya hihye amane ma hase etan na amane economy no e grow better than Yera John Dramani Mahama left it. That is not to say and they see the new claim say I want you to see the say affect him maybe I want check a but I want to come for me now. The economy is growing better than Yera John Dramani Mahama left it.
Wow. I think say yesua ade enepa na me kan chem say wo hwe me na say we NDC ni na also wo a counter argument wo de bra will give you that platform to also educate Ghana because you see yesua ade pa ebia na nsema do aka no ebia na wo
modern na fa era sector ko betena
ye beton sa frɛ
madam for pa
sector na ono so na finance minister da na bia so aba na eja yetumi anya proper obi kan
adongo no so ya
adongo Isaac adongo bi aba da for
ondo ka me ba o ma o te me ga o ma
yo sign a camfo your friend is saying I was unisex boutique at the mount baby obenya comfort any style send your mabo body a chairman no say comfort any style hallmark and he say open say odi mu udanso no wa fefo mu na say wa family mu a baby say odi woni kire awos unisex boutique na sisi amino kase nyema omo wo maso no ebi ni original leather bags any shoes belt ma ne mema ne nkwala nyina ade a omu ubenya bi ewo ho nti se otumrika eko awos unisex boutique sanse me no kase ade omu ma 20 to 30% discount ewo enyema ubetobia the titri any shoes bags any sandals slippers polo shirt kaki trousers any ne keke ka ho bat se okay hu ze enche bia na sa akonya yi omudi aba ewe enti me no kase ya ma tutu mrika na ko awos unisex boutique omo ye clearance sales of up to 50% on ye mpabo bia obeto bia omo quality leather shoes ni nyina 50% discount ewo sa clearance sales inti tumika papa na ko awos unisex boutique awos creation where you can find authentic African creation for men, women, and nkwara minimum kase mubenya awos unisex boutique or Jowulu opposite the First Atlantic Bank and Afisu Airport Terminal 3 departure C opposite Sandra Lounge East Legon Shiashi Boundary Road omune omo building na Two Guys Supermarket opposite IPMC and Afisu Tesano behind the police depot. And I say unsa ebeka omo 0244 649 379 0244 649 Awos boutique comfort and style. Okan comfort ni ajeso style. Because I can for Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco Trading Enterprise baby omudi mu pa mobile phones accessories any electronic retail outlet nyina unsa ebeka Nokia, Samsung, iPhones, nina ya dia onsa beka Franco Trading Enterprise. Smart TVs abeya etumi kasa che omo nka se da no wada also kasa onso no waso from 32 inches to 75 inches nina onsa ebeka bi. Tabletop fridges and also onsa ebeka bi ho. Ena air condition papa friend Franco air condition from 1.5 to 2.5 horsepower, chest freezers, any refrigerators, washing machine, papa, new ones aba, any CCTV camera, baby, upese ufi edimu office edimu na unya the real safety na almost CCTV camera NSL okokope Franco Trading Enterprise. Baby abetumi a monitor o video baby a wo bia anywhere anyhow any akwabi beka ozi anywhere anyhow anyhow ewo phone so obetumi anya o phone so gadget bia ben wo bia obetumi connect sa o mu CCTV camera yi e dia ma se be ya baby a wo bia obehu nia e koso ewo office anase ofie 3-in-1 video audio control all in one composite signal 1P67 IP67 IP67 weatherproof and high reliability bofono akese nkwa na Franco Trading Enterprise edi amami enumrewe all other mobile phones brands any accessories no from all other events or shops nationwide at very important at discounted prices on all digital platforms. Please take note. Menko enkofa number bia or social media say Franco Trading Enterprise. Obi to me enya omo 0246422338 0246422338 and 0555939311 and also obi to me download omo Franco Trading app ewo Google Play Store and also obi to me akọ omo website www.francotrading.com. Franco Trading Enterprise still phone papa efi odofo aha ena ebrebema yede dwumedie no asie me guest say doc
Mr. Wede mami kwana
ebrena ya bi
chia minua baby pa na
5 seconds
menya medi me 50th birthday Saturday twemu minua baby ya de bi ma na ye me fe pa ye friend Victoria Donko say also what have mu program from US and YouTube near there wo pa Victoria Donko I'm US a Ghanaian based in US or send me kesi bia like I say I mean
Victoria Donko flag bearer me say make sure me we enenu me pa Victoria Donko dog say na waya ma no so na nipa odofo aha na ye de dwumedie na besi me mprenifo ebo amema me de ena dwumedie ebremo lawyer Charles Amu Date ene Ohini Kofi Safo o produce from US no hwa na Robert Ando Kwesi Ninsin Justice Afo Bra Ima George Sakode Focus ene Kobe Scratch Mranti ena ebo mechidom ene enumre we na de dwumadi nyame adomo a edwada very serious hot discussion ewo studio ha ye besan ehia makram